Today's video is sponsored by Purple Hearts. If you follow my community tab, you probably already know who they are. They pretty much made one of my favorite songs in 2018. I listened to this song hundreds of times. After that, I shared the song with you, and the support you gave them was absolutely breathtaking. The amount of nice comments I read from you, and how he replied to almost all of you, it was one of those experiences where you can say, I'm so proud of this community. I know it sounds like a meme, yes, but it's nothing like that. I legit feel proud of this community, and that's what happens when you discover an underrated channel like Purple Hearts. Awesome rock music, awesome personality, awesome lyrics. The videos are pretty well made and only 3,000 subscribers. Come on. They deserve so much more, and hopefully we can help them again. If you're a fan of rock music, honestly, who doesn't like rock music? And if you have 3 minutes, please check out their latest song, We Are the Angry. So check it out, link in the description, subscribe to them if you really like it, and don't forget to leave a cuckoo because I will be reading those comments too. So thank you so much Purple Hearts for sponsoring this video, enjoy.
But the world has got you so down. So let's sing it out. Cause I've got the money, baby. We're the angry.
In today's video, I'm going to analyze the following myths. What is the maximum speed where you can jump safely from a vehicle? Can you create a chain reaction or domino effect with vehicles? Does puncturing the right tire of the three-wheel bike make it more stable? Only here in GameVestment's PUBG Mobile MythBusters. Cuckoo everyone, welcome back, it's your host GB and I hope you're having an amazing day. First of all, and really quick as promised, the 40,000 subscribers Cuckoo Gun merch is available right now, link in the description. I went for Cuckoo Gun for this one because, as I mentioned before, I think that 50,000 subscribers should have a different name, hashtag Cuckoo Army. I think it's a good idea to have these different name schemes, that way it's easier for me to know when did you subscribe. For example, maybe you are an OG subscriber, or Cuckoo Squad, Cuckoo Gang, now Cuckoo Army, and the final destination is going to be Cuckoo Nation 100,000 subscribers. It's just an idea for it to be more meaningful to reach a goal, especially if we are together. And also for those who want to be really proud for being here so early. It's just an idea, let me know what you think down below. But finally, right now it's time for the myth. And the first one comes from Typical Asian, and here she says, the maximum speed to jump out from a car with minimum damage is going to be 43 km per hour. And with no damage at all it's going to be 36-37. That's really specific, Typical Asian. I'm starting to think you were ready for this one. But a lot of people want me to try this, so let's go right into it. The physics of jumping from a vehicle are a little bit weird, to be honest. Sometimes you're going to run over yourself, and sometimes you're going to survive. So for this experiment, we're gonna try different speeds and see the results. For the first one, I'm going to go full speed, and I'm going to be jumping at 131 km per hour. As you can see in this one, I didn't die. But normally with this speed you should be able to run yourself over. I think it's because of the joystick movement while getting out of the vehicle, or maybe because I have a teammate. It's a little bit weird, so if you want me to, I can do more tests in the future. But for now and for the second one, my teammate here is going to be jumping at 72 km per hour, and with this you can know that 70 is still really risky to jump, we need to go lower. The next one is going to be 50, and here's where you can see a lot of difference. Next one, I'm going to get out at 20, and you're going to notice that I'm not going to be losing any health, and I'm going to keep trying this until I find that perfect spot. And the perfect spot is going to be anything below 40 km per hour. Because if you try this at 47 you will not lose a lot of health, but still it is not considered the ideal jump. Let's try this one more time just to be sure, and here it is again at 40, the moment where you're going to lose the minimum amount of health. So if you want to rush a building or you want to push your enemies, you want to jump from your vehicle at 40 km per hour. That's really cool in my opinion because I always take damage while jumping from a vehicle. We have our answer and I'm going to prove this one. It is not 100% correct, but it's pretty close, so I'm going to give it to him or her. So props to Typical Asian, thank you so much for sharing. And pro tip, if you want your meat to appear in the front page like this, use the hashtag GVMeat and do not ask a question is not a myth, simply enough just write a statement or a fact. Next myth. And the next one comes from Abir Thakur. And he or she says, you can explode a vehicle with another vehicle explosion. Really interesting in my opinion. And before you say,
but GV, everyone knows that blah 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 blah,
I'm going to see if it's possible to create a chain reaction of explosions and see how far we can go. For this experiment, we're going to prepare every vehicle. After that, we're going to shoot a Dacia on the right side and see if we can create a domino effect of explosions. To make this even more interesting, we're going to have 3 little piggies as sacrifice.
Yeah, boy.
Don't worry, I'm a freaking scientist. I know this is not going to work, so my teammates are going to be completely fine. So everything's ready, let's go right into it. In 3, 2, 1. I'm so sorry, I really need to do this. I really wish I can see your face at this time. No more jokes, this is a good one. 3, 2, 1. Oops. Don't worry, those are paid actors, those are not my teammates, everything is fine. Although they look really happy, to be honest. And just don't forget, we're doing this for science. We have our answer and I'm going to approve this one. It was really fun to record this one. I actually didn't know a chain reaction was possible like this. I definitely wanna try this again, but I don't think my teammates trust me anymore. This is why Phoenix left me.
Waking up, feeling the taste of our fight last night.
Next myth. And the next one comes from the tech show with 241 likes and Ohira with 88, and they say, your 3-wheel bike is going to be more stable with only 2 wheels. Well, with 241 likes, I don't think I have a choice, so let's go right into it. I'm going to be completely honest with you, as I always am. So for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to be calling this thing the tricycle. Anyways, this is going to be kind of a tricky experiment because it's more of a subjective matter. When you drive, you're not going to be exactly in the same position, the same speed, the same place where you want to land, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to test this one. So for this one, I'm going to base it off experience. I am not the best PUBG Mobile driver, but I'm pretty decent, to be honest. So what you're going to be looking at is going to be test after test of trying the tricycle with 3 wheels versus trying the tricycle with only 2 wheels. So I'm going to be trying this for a couple of hours, try to see if I can feel the difference, find where the stability really is. And to be completely honest, I'm really sorry if I disappoint some of you, but I didn't find any significant difference. According to the evidence, it's pretty much the same. There was not a single moment where I said to myself, oh yes, I can actually feel it's better. We spent hours on these hills, right and forth, left and right. 3 wheels or 2 wheels, it was pretty much the same. I know where this myth is coming from, I want to believe. I'm thinking it's more of a placebo effect, where you think it's better, so that's the reason why you start driving better and you think there's more stability. But in the end, if you're a good driver, there's not a big difference, to be honest. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I'm not going to tell you lies. And if I discover something new in the future, I can always make another video. But wait, there's even more, because there's another placebo effect where people think that having 2 wheels is going to be faster than driving with 3 wheels. And that is something that is easier to test. You can see here that the distance is going to be pretty constant. Now this peak is lagging, so let's try this with my teammate. And guess what? It's going to be the same result. The speed and the distance is going to be pretty much the same. No significant difference, which means that destroying the 3rd wheel is not going to be worth it according to my experiments. We have our answer and I'm going to post this one. No, puncturing the wheel is not going to make any significant difference. I'm sorry if this one was more of a subjective experiment, but in the end I always want to be honest with my results. And you know who else is always honest? Bonus meat!
I don't know what this is, but it's kind of hot.
And the bonus comes from Snox and Manoch, and they say Superman jump is faster than jumping or vaulting from a window. So let's go right into it. In the last Mythbusters episode, I showed you the difference between vaulting and jumping from a window. They want me to do the same test but now with a Superman jump. And if you don't know what Superman jump means, you can also check it out in one of my previous videos. We are back in the school, so let's go. For this one, we're just going to compare which one is faster and see who wins. And Superman jump is going to win with a fair advantage. Let me try this again just to be sure. Same result, and this is going to be really interesting. Not only you're going to land faster on the ground, but also you will travel more distance while doing the Superman jump. This means that if you need to get outside of a building ASAP, the Superman jump is going to be faster than jumping and crouching, and of course it's also going to be faster than vaulting. We have our answer and I'm going to approve this one. There were a lot of facts in this episode for some reason. I really hope you enjoy them. And if you learned something new today, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Please, if you can, buy the new merch to support the channel even more. Thank you so much to my patrons for making all this possible. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will snipe you soon. Tschüss.